Dr. Saravanan Kodambaraman Sir, technology leader and educationalist with 2 decades of experience working with students and talents learning journey. The director of Empowered Minds. Thank you, sir, that was enlightening to know the change that has to be brought in schools. I would request sir to stay on the stage. I would also like to call Pramod sir, Santosh sir, Venkat Raidu sir, and also Lata ma'am to corner them.
Yes, and I want everyone to stand up. Everyone to stand up. I am rotating clockwise direction. You also have to rotate anti-clockwise direction. Yeah, the same direction as you are seeing. There's a mirror image. Alright? Done? Going together? Yes? Who is going wrong? Consciously tell me, anybody going wrong? Correct yourself. Alright? Okay, touch your chin. Now I know who is active, listening carefully. Is this your chin? No, where's your chin here? There, very smart. Alright. Clap hands to all of you who touched your chin here, not here. Touch your chin, correct? Yes? Is this the chin? No. When I said no, then they shifted here. This was the chin, this was the correct thing.
It is correct.
Yes. So you are all correct. We are all listening attentively. Again, round of applause. Now touch your forehead, touch your chin, nose, cheek. Good, very good. Please sit down. Thank you so much for cooperating. Alright, here we go with the promotional video, and after that, Mr. Shant Kumar.
Experience a new world of learning at GMH PU College. Where education needs mentorship and dreams meet opportunities. As you entered a new phase of life, you feel lost. The future seems like blank space until you discover passion within. The campus of the future is yours to paint. Welcome to a world of opportunities with integrated courses in the GMH PU College, Davangere. One association for many great careers. Thank you.
For admissions after the 10th or after the 12th, we have our university here only, GMI, Institute of Technology, and degree college and nursing college and pharmacy and all that. So more about what after grade 10 and grade 12, I think you will be listening to that by Dr. Venkat Raidu Venigala in the afternoon post lunch. And I request everyone not to move out, not to go away, because your awards are waiting for you. All right, we have kept it secured inside this green room here. So please don't go away. And have you all received the kits? A yellow color small bag. Everybody? Very good. Inside that, we have kept the recycled notepad, and it's made out of paper, waste paper. And we all have also kept, pen, which is made out of recycled paper. All right, you have to see that. That's very interesting, because Empowered Minds is also a Go Green initiative. We are into manufacturing of notebooks, then recycled stationeries, recycled paper pens, pencils, and all that, even the cases. All right, color pencils also. We make color pencils out of waste newspaper. Okay, that's really interesting. So you all have to have a look at that. Okay, and we also have our education partner, Mr. Harshad here. Harshad, can you just stand up and just look here? He has brought an amazing product. He's got an amazing product which gives us the information about how the cognitive development and how the muscle and eye-hand brain coordination happens. All right, he'll be displaying that here. He just wants to show his content and how the children or we ourselves we can do. I have tried doing that many times, but I have not succeeded. I myself. It's very nice, that he has, because every school needs that to understand the brain and the muscle coordination of children as well as teachers. It's very good for the teachers, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll just have that before 10 minutes before, after Mr. Shant Kumar finishes with his demo. All right. Thank you. Anybody can come. You can invite anybody, and they can come and display that. You need a power connection for that. All right. For that, I think our console person will help you out. Thank you.
On how it is going to make value to your table there. Like I said, you should have the mindset of absorbing things. I mean, until you have that kind of a lookout for it, it's very difficult. So these applications, what I'm going to show you, are something which is available for schools and colleges. I don't know how many are even aware of it. Even a big brand like Microsoft and Google, right? They all provide free service to the schools. The education version is almost free. So it is just how to crack it and take it forward is most of them are aware. I would say lack of awareness, because educational, there are plenty of more than 350 plus apps available for free to use. Like I said, these are very generic. You need to know how to use it and when to use it, how it can make a difference in the teaching is what you need to know. So like I was talking about earlier, for mathematics, I was just talking about mathematics. If you are a mathematics teacher present in this forum, math is a very complex subject, right? It's very interesting, but still not every student will be able to just pick up what you're trying to say. Let's say if you're taking the topic of length and breadth, if the backbenchers are there, how do they understand what is length and what is breadth? And how is that triangle or a theorem? Unless until you just bell the cat and just say this is exactly what you're trying to convey there. Right? So like that, there are plenty of apps for mathematics. The list is pretty huge. We can share the list. Like Fluid Math, GeoGebra, Math Solver, Math My Way. So these are something in case if you really require, just go to your Google, just search for it. You will be able to download this system, software in your package, in your device that you're using. Most of it will be. No, I didn't connect. Right. So like this, even if you have to engage the students with some interactive kind of a gaming base. I don't know how many of you heard the Kahoot. Anyone in this pandemic? Kahoot. Okay, Kahoot is an interesting app through which you can conduct amazing game section with the students there. It's going to be more the questions will be on your screen. the students will be able to see an option or tile view to choose from their device. Very interesting apps. Flipgrid, an interesting app that really enhances the public speaking skill of a child. Amazing thing. So I don't think so I have got time for showing all those things, but at least I'll show you a few of the apps which can make wonders in your day-to-day thing. Alright, so firstly, if there are users, I mean, like it's a combination of audience in. So there's one interesting thing I was about to show you earlier, but it was connected to the primary device. I couldn't show you. One, let's say, like if you're a member who are teaching the early learners, the kindergarten segment of student, if you're teaching a little bit topic, right? If you're teaching something about wildlife or carnivorous animals, so you try to show them a video, correct? That's one thing. Then you show them the image to represent kind of thing. So you can also bring that object live inside the classroom, right? So let's say that there is some application called one which is preloaded always is 3D Viewer. Yeah, I'll take it this one. It's called 3D Viewer. You can once when you get back home, you can experiment all this thing. Like I said, these are like free for education, right? Okay. So look at closely. This is something you get that kind of interface. Where you get a control of touch, rotating and operating on this thing. If you don't have that kind of touch device, you can pretty much use it through your mouse, the traditional way. Or in case if your classroom is equipped with the latest device, like I didn't mention earlier, right? The classrooms are getting changed, transformed. From the projector concept, it's getting advanced to the touch interactive display boards. Pretty much you might have seen this a huge device which looks like a television, but it's not television. It comes with so robust mechanism that could be used effectively to teach mathematics, I mean any subject for the matter. Right? In case if you got that kind of a hardware component installed or implemented in your organization, you can touch, rotate and show in 360 degree like the way I'm doing it. See, I'm using my touch screen. Right? So I'm just touching and rotating and operating and show them 360 degree. Besides this, it has got a lot of view, how you're going to show them that inside view of the thing or a side view. That's got plenty of things. I'm not going to in detail. But the interesting factor is you got a 3D library under which you'll be able to choose different topics. So what happened is one of my school, I would say very interesting, the teacher did a topic. She was just trying to engage saying like carnivorous animal and herbivorous. And she just literally said, I'm going to bring the lion, this is the lion, I'm going to bring the object inside the classroom. She did really get that thing. So like example, I'll show you. Let's say that the honeybee. Let's assume I'm a student, I'm a teacher talking about honeybee, saying like, this is the insect that is the reason for having honeybee on your table for the breakfast. Something you're going to explain it, right? Once you get inside, let's say you're going to say like, let's bring this honeybee inside the classroom. There is on top right hand side, you see that? There's something called mixed reality. It's also known as augmented reality in other terms. So it is bringing the object inside your classroom is what it's called mixed reality. You don't require see, there are VR, virtual reality is different. You wear a gadget and then you operate it. That's again, cost effective is more, and again, effective usage practically not work out, because if you have 30 students in a classroom, you cannot give that experience to all 30 students in a period of 30 to 40 minutes. You need to have that supporting device to the, but these are something very easily bring us. Like example, this is honeybee, right? So let's say I'm telling the students, see students, I'm going to bring honeybee on the table. So if the same scenario was something, you were there, example like the camera, the requirement is very simple. A camera is more than enough to bring this thing out realistically to inside the classroom. So I'm using my camera which is there in this laptop. So see what happens is also response to the motion. That's very, let's say you bring the object and you say, you point out to a student. If the student is trying to move around here and there, it will respond. Look at closely, I'm just trying to see that, right? So it can react to the motion, but not for the crowded thing. Let's say if I have to rotate in the same way. See that? You're all there. Audience is there. So I literally say, students, I'm going to bring this honeybee right next to you. So what happens, the student gets so excited, they try to just go and try to touch that kind of object. I'm just taking an example, default one, which is honeybee. If you go and use it properly, the content are like flowers, cars. So like I said, this is good for an age group where they'll look forward for the visualistic learning. Sorry. Slight connection there. Okay. Right. So inside this you got so many things. Like I said, like if I go to 3D library, You can search, I'm using my phone internet. Say that hard, say animated, I'm just going to choose animated. If I'm teaching something, a topic called heart, let's say like, I'm a science teacher, so I probably can bring that topic inside the classroom saying like how the heart pretty much looks like a sliced view of heart. That's what we're going to see there. See that? So heart is displayed. So I can show them this is the right ventricle, left ventricle, aorta, all these things you explained it, right? So I can bring that object and show them this is how it's going to look like. Clear? So interesting? Alright. So like I said, just go back once you're back home, just try to just go into your laptop, type in 3D, for Windows it is preloaded. You go to the search and type in 3D viewer, you see the title on top right hand side, 3D viewer, it brings the object inside this thing, right? So like this, you got plenty of other applications. I've just showed you one of it. Like if you have to just bring the planetarium experience to the students, you got 3D museum. You can just pretty much like how you can bring that object and you can stand on one of the planet and touch and show them the other planet. You touch it, it just zooms in. You can tell the features of it, the lifespan of it. So it goes on like that. So if you have to just really apply it, you have to go to this Microsoft store. So every, like how you got an Apple store, the Android store, this is like store is an app through which you will be able to download the apps. Certain apps which only authorized to get downloaded through the particular source. For Windows, especially most of them, why I'm talking Windows is I'm sure most of you will be using Windows operating system. Your lab equipments, your personal system, Mac of course, your personal. Some might be using Mac. So for them there is a version for it, but I'm talking more on the bigger, larger audience. Even if a student gets graduated and get into a professional field, they are exposed to the Microsoft platform, whether they like it or not. The honest truth. Okay. So the reason that's the main thing I'm emphasizing more on Microsoft package. So see, Microsoft Store is on top. I'm using a Windows 11 platform. The one which you all using might be 7 or 8. It starts from 8 and above, if I have to say. If you need something, you can always come and search here. You will be able to get everything here. See the 3D museum, 3D photo anatomy. See the things are available here. Solar system. These are like free. You can just pretty much bring this object inside and show them there. Right? You just click install. It might prompt you initially to just have a Microsoft license, but it is not mandatory. Let's say if I click on get, it will prompt me first. Remember this, but it is not mandatory. I can just say close. If I close the window, it will start downloading. Okay. So what I suggest you is like when you go back home, just start exploring it. It's pretty interesting. Okay. When you're trying to get connected through a virtual medium, let's say you're doing a virtual video conferencing or something, you can pretty much integrate this to make more interesting. And it's not only for online, even for the classroom, which is happening like this, like the typical classroom setup. The only requirement is, like I said, of course, you all will be equipped with that standard of projectors and PCs. I'm not denying to that. You might have been exposed. Those who are not there, probably you need to look forward. If you have that kind of a setup, only requirement to bring that kind of a mixed reality or the augmented reality is a camera. Alright. For the advanced version, like I say, like there is Corinth. I can list out names of apps. You can pretty much try out all. Corinth, let's say I'll show you one thing. Corinth. Yeah, Corinth is another one. So this has more high graphics, I would say, for the higher segment. If you are teaching something to do with the grade elementary high school, see that. So only thing I'm repeating myself, these are generic. So if you say like, is it aligned to my curriculum? No, it is not. Because it's just generic one. You need to apply it, where to use it, how to use it. Simple. Like Mr. Pramod mentioned about this static content, right? When you're using that, how quickly you're able to just switch over and show them this is how it's going to look like. That you need to understand the topic. Like this is for the little grown-up kids. See that? Like I said, the graphic is more rich compared to the other one. So you're just showing something to do that. You're saying like this is the tongue. You touch, rotate, and show all this 360 degree. You can again in the same thing. You can also bring this augmented reality, like the way it has mixed reality named as the other thing. It has got augmented reality. So I can bring this object inside the class. and bring that kind of learning experience. Right? Hope it's clear? Perfect. So this is one portion of it, and if you have to just get into some kind of learning, like you all use Word, PowerPoint and other things, standard thing. Recently they have integrated the feature called Immersive Reader. I guess Pramod will agree to the Immersive Reader is very useful. Even if you are using Google Sheet, you press Control and H, you got that voice recognition other thing. Let's say if you have got something to be captured inside this object, like a text or such, the traditional way you sit and type, that is one thing which you all do it. But now most interestingly, like you got a voiceover kind of thing. Let's say you open, okay, I'll use OneNote for fun. Okay. This is OneNote. I'm not going to emphasize much. It's a different game altogether. See, like typically, like if Word, this dictate option is available on Word, which most of you are using it for it. PowerPoint, all these things comes inside this. So like this, you go into let's say like you're trying to capture some kind of a publication, the textbook or maybe anything that you want to capture something. You sit and type. That's what you do it. Here, what's going to happen is on top right hand side you see a microphone there. When you just enable that, when you click on that, it has got list of languages through which that could capture your voice. Right now I'll leave it default, which is English. It will prompt you to say allow microphone. When I just say allow, that means I grant permission to this system to capture my voice. So what happens, you just open the book, you start reading it louder. Only thing is you need to just be very clear in terms of headphone or something. When you start using it, it just captures your voice. Let's say like it was interrupted with the telephone call. I'm going to just do it again. I select this, click on this. See, the blinker which happens, that's the one which is going to capture your voice. Anyone have got exposure? Any teachers, principal? Never.
No.
So this is something available on Google. I'm not trying to say Microsoft. Google has also come with this concept of dictate option. Google, it is Control H. For microphone, you got that symbol representing to same feature. Control H, it opens up. One second. So one condition is, if you have to explore and do all these things, you really require the internet connectivity flawlessly going.
So you're using a browser, right?
I'm using a browser. Yeah, every application, most of it comes in both rich client interface or a downloadable software in the form of an app or a web interface browser. I'm using a browser. What's happening? If I'm taking a topic, you can pretty much work on this OneNote. Science has got multiple partition sections, physics, chemistry, biology. You could pretty much have the sections on the left hand side created. Under each section you can have multiple subjects or topics, right? So, and once you get inside, right, like this is how you lion, tiger and thing. Now let me see if I enable this. Something you can understand. You can also have this languages, which font, how big you want to have the size of this, reduced, you want to have the space between. So this is something you can apply, standard thing, not much. It's very interestingly, you got language teacher. Let's say if you are a language person, you can bring grammar teaching very interesting. Let's say if you come and just click on syllables, I guess you all know syllables. A word which is broken easily for learning process. The moment, let's say like a grade 2 student might not be picking up or pronouncing matter or certain words, right? If you come and click on these syllables, all the difficult words gets broken down. See that going, where they can emphasize, where they can pause, where they can pronounce it. The vocabulary enhances very well. Right. So again, pretty much similarly, you have that nouns, the parts of the speech, how many verbs, how many adverbs, all these things are like something you can define the colors and you can start going, or you can even label it like example. See that on top of each word, noun. Alexa is a noun, right? So like this, it's going to display that. One interesting about this word and other thing, when you use it, right? Any certain words, it also gives a pictorial representation. Like tiger is there. If you're telling tiger how it is pronounced to the student, Well, the moment when you select that particular word, you get a representation showing something there, like the tiger. So student also will be able to pronounce it louder. Say when you click on microphone,
Tiger.
so you also show this is the tiger. If you are selecting lion,
Lion.
you have a representation. Like this, it keeps going on. Every word, every noun you are going to enter, you will have an object representation which you can use it well. Interesting, not the end. This has more advanced features. Like example, line focus. If you are teaching something in a classroom, you select and you can just go line by line, making sure that the student keeps following the entire thing. Right? And not that the thing. In case if you are a person, a self-taught person, who want to learn some foreign language, this can help you a big time. I mean, it has got 16 different languages, Indian languages. Let the entire thing. If I'm going to just go select, let's see which Indian language comes first. Gujarati comes in. Okay, I'll take Hindi. See, moment when I just say this gets converted to the language that you choose. Where I could see this very handy. Let's say the interesting thing, it gives each word by word the meaning in Hindi and meaning in English. See that?
Kid.
Well,
Well. यह
it.
It's.
Or if I have to play the entire thing, it's
खैर यह नोट्स लेने जा रहा है आप चुप की तरह वह क्या किया होगा यह सही एलेक्सा को
Right? See, there are Indian languages, all the languages are there. Kannada, maybe I'll show you Kannada, maybe. You will. Kannada, I'll select. Okay. See, the interest where I could see is if you are a self-taught person, want to learn multilingual language person, that's a skill, right? Multiple personality there, that is one of the things. If you want to learn something, some foreign language, without any tutor as such, you
ಟಿಪ್ಪಣಿಗಳನ್ನು
can learn something.
ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಬಾಯಿ ಮುಚ್ಚುತ್ತೀರಿ ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾದ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ
Like it goes on. Again, like for each word definition, it gives a meaning in English. Right? Interesting? See, I'm not giving you training or something. I'm giving an insight of app that you can go home and try exploring yourself. Don't wait for someone to give you a full speed or something. Give that passion to learn, you can learn. Because no one taught me this. I never undergone any training, nothing. It's just like that, the learning interest, that passion that you have, that's when you can explore more. So this is one of the things, like if I have to go, Microsoft has got so many things. See, there's a Sway. Again, it's free for schools. You can try. You do PowerPoint presentation. Between PowerPoint, you always try to have the content ready, like image, video, content. Then you just align it. This is what you typically we are doing in PowerPoint. Correct? The standard presentation tool. If I have to say globally, people say PowerPoint. That's PPT in short. That is one thing. Now we got something very interesting called Sway. Sway is a simple topic. On the floor, you can make a presentation, just like in a fraction of seconds. Let's say I just come over here. The way the word sway, that real meaning, you can sway around with this. It's just like you define the topic. Let's say if I come and say, let's say, some festival which is anything near it. Okay, I'll take human heart. Say I want to just make a human heart as a topic. So I just click on this background. You will be entitled to search through all the different platforms, OneDrive, Cloud, Local Drive, YouTube, but you don't have to worry about it because automatically this is going to fetch content from globally and give it to you. That means this way gives you a complete skeleton view of a topic that you're looking forward. You need to just add a flesh towards it according to your taste. See now, example, human heart I just chose. I got images. Maybe I get excited with the first image. I click add. Then I just go saying like I want to add some video on the second slide. I look forward, I just select and add. Slide 2 is ready. Or I want to just pull some content from internet. It is there, I add. It keeps going like this. You see that? In less than 60 seconds, I was able to get video, image, content. It's generated. Understand again? It's a globally recognized content. Now once it is done, you can just say, I'll stop with this 2 slide. So once it is done, you can come to this design on the top right hand side. You can define how do you like to have this, whether from top to bottom, like horizontal, vertical, all this transition, everything is given. There is an option called remix. Until you are really convinced, it automatically suggests you certain content, or you can design the way you want it. See that? Let's say I'll just select one which comes in, so I'll just choose this. See, the first content is converted to the black. The templates, I would say, the templates are available. Once you're finally through, you come and start giving a presentation. Interesting aspect of it is like, It has got that kind of motion thing. Look at closely, the heart is coming towards you. You feel that? That's the kind of thing you get. The slide 2, when you just play, it starts playing within the application. It doesn't go outside. Though it picked up video content from the Bing and YouTube.
The heart pumps blood throughout the body.
You got it? And you got a content as well available. The entire content that you want to, what talks about heart. Right? So like this, one can even make a presentation on the go. Many days, I'll be prepared, I'll be invited to something, I wouldn't have prepared. Even today's for the fact. Conference which I came, I just had one video, put it, start going there. You don't have to break much head. Like this, you can just prepare a content just like that and present it very dynamically. This can even give a lot of advantage over here, export, import and other. Yeah? Interesting, Sway. This is called Sway. I don't know how many are making a note of it. See, there are 300, 350 apps like this. I'm giving 1, 2, 3, which is understanding the time constraint. This is one, you got it. Anything I can go further?
I think
Lunch
we
is
are
ready.
done. Lunch is ready. So we'll have a networking over the lunch. Yes?
Okay, I'll finish. Explore it. 3D, it's available there. So like this, there's one more Teach Infinity software in case if you are teaching something to students on a, let's say, okay, I'll just come and show you. Interesting. Okay, let's say you're teaching something on, I guess the color is visible here. Ruler, early learners. So how many of them will be able to pick up what a teacher is teaching? So this is you can have multiple background kind of a thing. You can teach the student very well, like A, B. The top red line and the green line is where you have to start and end. A, C is like this, 2 is like this, or for the matter math, we're teaching 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 2 plus 4. See, I'm just giving a vague thing. So it has got so many things inside. It's called Teach Infinity software, which is available. You can download it. It has got so many things. If you want to make a visualistic background while teaching, you can have this thing, or change the color. Or one last thing, the experimental. See, there are stimulations. Most of you look forward. Besides stimulation, you got certain illustration. I would say the right word for it. Let's say if you have got that kind of a thing. If I'm taking the students on an experiment, you got a lot of experiments to show inside this thing: physics, chemistry, biology. Let's say I just select. Okay, I'll take a standard one, simple. If I'm teaching a mathematics, see, I can just use this kind of tool to show how this entire thing is there. Right? Say 6.5 centimeter, I'm going to draw. From here, I'm going to draw a circle. If I'm teaching something to do with intersection, a math teacher can relate very well. I can just add this thing. Not only about writing and doing, you have all these tools. It's pretty much like giving an insight to the students on different subjects. Let's say if I go to the physics, you got all this thing. Chemistry, you got equipments, containers. So
I think they will
yeah.
take it forward. I think it's
Stop it. The lunch is ready. So just the main purpose, what is it? Like just to give an insight. We got a list of things we can share it to you over a period of time and start implementing it. Like I said, it's available. Start implementing. Until a person who's going to just take an initiative and drive it forward, it's very difficult. Right? So this, I wish you all a good luck once again. Okay. Just start exploring yourself and make your school a most dynamic 21st century. Thank you.
So that is as our area, and we have currently 4 types of different tools. Mainly, we are into concentration and coordination level. Currently, we are doing. So that is helpful for we can measure the level of concentration of the students or whoever we require, or also we can just check their hand coordination as well. So that will help them to increase their concentration level. So they will get one benchmark. No, once we test that one, we get a benchmark, and that benchmark we can give them something, an exercise to improve those activities. So that will help them to improve their concentration level and coordination. So the tools that we have, I can't. It's a very good result that we are seeing in the future in the last years. Like by using our tools, we are seeing that there is we have. I think I forgot to tell you. Like we have 2 types of sets. Like we have testing tool and an exercise tool. In testing tool, we are using to check their concentration and coordination level. And once we got that level, we have an exercise tool for that as well. In that exercise tool, we found like there is an immense improvement in their concentration, in their hand coordination, in their memory power, in self-confidence, and handwriting improvement, sitting tolerance improvement. So currently our tools are into doing research in ADHD, LD, MR, autism category as well. And in the intermediate results we got, like they also have the improvement in their attention, in their coordination, and in their memory power as well. So I'm just having my tools here as well. The first tool that we introduced to the market is concentration coordination testing apparatus. That's it. That is we call can also called as fine motor coordination testing apparatus. This is the tool that for testing we are using. It would be appreciated if anyone interested who can come forward and having sit so that everyone can see what's happening in this tool. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Please. Your good name, sir? Avinash. Hi. Yeah, please. So this is our concentration coordination testing apparatus. We can also call it as fine motor coordination. In this coordination testing apparatus, we standardized 2 types of strings. One is for this one for 5 to 18 age group. So whoever in that age group, we can select these strings. Or also we also done the establishment in 19 to 55 also. So we have both age groups. So as per your age, I am taking 19 to 55. And also we done 2 drive strings. 2 drive strings. One is a diameter 14 and diameter 8. Both we are established already. Some people don't have a 0 of coordination. So we are just taking this 14 for that people. So they will not be mentally harassed. So that's why we took 2 different sizes. So here I am taking the first one. I just want to check now. And we have to plug it here. Once it's plugged, we have to put a line like this. Yeah. Now the device is ready for the assessment. This is the one that I think most of them you will may see this device. But everyone it's like a game or something like that. But what we done is like we done a study on this, and we found that there is an immense improvement in the concentration and coordination. And it's like I told in ADHD, LD, MR, autism as well. We have getting some much more improvement in their cognitive activities. So here we have 3 different. Here the task is to move this string without touching the main string. Okay. So once it touches, the device will calculate as an error. So without touching, the subject has to be taken carefully and to complete this task without touching. That is only task that you have to do. Other things don't care of that one. And the system will take whatever he touches the strings. System will take it as an error. So that we will be notified here. So that we can the error we can find by light, we can find by sound, we can find by vibration. So 3 modes we already given here. So we have to select the mode first. So here I am taking the cursor. Sir, please hold it. Please hold this one. Yeah, once I started, no, you can move this string. Huh? So, start this. So he's moving according. Yes, perfect. No, don't use one. Don't use that. So that makes no the strings. It has to be gone when the string comes to a 90 degree. He has to tilt it. So brain has to tell him like tilt the device. So he has to tilt that one. If it not happen, that means the coordination is not so happening with the hand. So we have to look on that aspects and we have to improve that one. So it's stop here. And we found here's 9 errors came and 33 seconds happened. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Vinas. Yeah. So here we got as 9 errors. So like this, if we give 3 times of trials, we will get a value from that subject. And we have the baseline now. We have baseline of that subject, that is the concentration coordination level of that person, that we already have standardized values here. The norms will be provided with our tools. And to compare with that value, we can we can assess that subject that this is your level. So we want to improve that one. Then he will look on that and he will try to improve those activities. For that, we have one exercise tool also, which is highly getting more attractive to the population, like this one specialist school also, and this normal population. We done a research in the we done a pilot study in a school, and we found that the students don't know about this what is hand coordination and what is fine motor coordination. Me also, I recently only looking on this. Before the also I know these activities, but now only I came to know that this is a very important one that we should implement in our schools first. Then only that will be effective in their entire life. So the tool is like this is the exercise tool that we are providing. This is the similar product. Here we are providing like errors we can find, like light or sound, whatever the students were interested. We can provide that type of errors finding. And along with this, we are giving 3 different strings that we are studied in the research time, and we took and designed like a half circle, rectangle, and a triangle model. That is a 3-1. So one. That will be easy, and this is the medium, and this is the hard. So we can start with easy. Those who don't have hand coordination, we can, concentration level, we can start with easy. Also, we are providing with this instrument 2 designs also, diameter 14 and diameter 8, so that the children can start with easy, and they can learn first how to make zero making this practicing, and then they can change to the smaller diameter. That will help them more to concentrate, and will be change in their thinking level as well. In our research, we found, I told we found that there is an improvement in their attention, in their coordination, memory power, self-confidence, and handwriting, their sitting tolerance. Everything will be getting improved by using this simple technique. So this is the exercise tool. That this is the same as that I shown here. You have to select one and take the same as this, and we have to plug here. Yeah, it's done. Now they can practice without making the errors. They can start learning how they to concentrate to this part and making a 0 error. How they I want to become the most concentration to be improved. I want to be improved. So they will try for this. Once they try it, they will get how much errors they are happening with this device. Like they can note, or their supporter can note this one, and they can suggest like today I made 10 errors. Tomorrow I have to make 9 errors. So I will try for that. That try makes them more changes, and that helps them their entire cognitive skills and yeah. So this is our concentration coordination exercise tool. Any questions on this, please? Yeah. Thank you. And the second, yeah, please. Yes, ma'am. This one we have different designs for 5 to 10 is different design, 11 to 14 different design, 15 to 18 is different design, even 19 to 55 also we are providing for stroke patients, those who don't have hand coordination, and we are getting them as well as this tool is very much getting improved.
Sorry, but what do you mean by hand coordination?
The coordination of our brain and hand. That our brain will tell our hand to do something action, and what our hand is doing. Is it precise or not?
Means we have to get to know it when the child writes.
No. We are just introducing that. We are telling the child to concentrate to a thing, concentrate to a thing. We don't teach them how to concentrate, right? And we also telling them write neatly. We don't tell them how to write neatly. So this tool help them to do these all things. Like the fine motor will.
It increases the concentration.
Exactly. Yeah. It will come. The hand will coordinate. Then everything will come in control. You get no? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. So this is that's our first of our tool that we getting good reviews from the market. I told you even though we are going to Ames also to hand over one or tool to the physiotherapy section. So because they saw it in a function of physiotherapy conference. Okay, so I'm moving to the next. It's a gross motor coordination testing apparatus, a diagnostic tool, and gross motor coordination exercise tool. So please, somebody please come to the stage, no, so that. Yes, sir. Please. Thank you, sir. Thank you. 1 meter distance. Please see. So here is what we are doing. Like this is the main tool that we have to hang or we have to keep it in a table. That should be actually the subject should be stand. But here I am just showing to you how it's happening. Like 1 meter distance we are keeping from this device to the subject. So this is the one that we are giving the subject hand to it's a simple light that to focus to the center of this device that we already provided and provide provision there. So how much we can do that task without shaking our hand? Sorry? Yeah. So without shaking the hand. So how much our brain is coordinating with our this gross motor coordinators or main muscle. So that will help us to know this device. That will help to know our coordination level, and like once we got that value, we can suggest the subject to improve accordingly. So please attend to this. Yeah. So red light shows error. Yeah. So that is deflected from the center. Here is showing zeros. The main thing is that we don't know about this type of activities, which is very much helpful for our curriculum, entire curriculum, like doctors and nursing, this nursing college, nursing students, even scientists like who is doing micron type of jobs. Also the higher, bigger machineries, like EDM. I'm basically a mechanical engineer, so I know about this importance of this type of things. Yeah, once the center, the light will go, and here we'll start the counting. Here 1 second came, no? Yeah, light should go, light will not come. Yeah. Like this, we are giving the subject to hold their hand This is a way of tightening the muscle, and we have a test there also, and we have a test like muscle relaxation like this. Sorry. Yeah, this is the way of relaxing muscle, and we can know about how much our brain is coordinating with our muscle, how much we can hold without shaking our hand. Brain always telling our hand while I'm telling the task, the brain telling to the hand, don't shake, but how much it's getting answered. That is the one that we are testing here. Once we got the value, like this, we are seeing like a 1, 2. You get the phone, no? Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks.
So you had enough of energy, you had food.
Thank you. And once we got that value, that's a benchmark of that person. This is the value of that gross motor coordination. Also, the attention also here we need. So both will come to this point, and then we have an exercise tool to improve that cognitive skill. How we can improve this gross motor. So this is the tool for gross motor coordination exercise tool that we developed with the same pattern, but in different in an interesting way. I will show you that one.
We'll have to finish it faster.
Yes. So here we have easy, medium, tough. We have 3 switches. So we have to select any one of these. So we select here easy, and then we doing the same pattern like you have to hold this light in the hand and to point at the center. Then green light will start now. That green light should be the indication of that person, how much he can do that one. So today he do, next day he took light for the second one, green light, the third light. Like that he will change his coordination level, and definitely by practicing the daily, he will get that coordination level. After this one we are suggesting for a rifle association people also, that we are going for next month for them to introduce this one. We already talked about this. So this is highly useful for the. So this is highly useful for developing our gross motor level and fine motor level. So that will change the students' way of thinking definitely, because their memory also getting some changes. The span of attention is improving. So that will help them in the studies as well. We recently done a study in a school, and we received they don't know about these activities. And this is very much helpful for us to know about our concentration level and coordination level. Only 3 weeks or 4 weeks we done that study there. And from that onwards, we are trying to contact the schools for implementing every students to know about this one, like this type of activities, so that they can think differently and they will come up with new brains for the nations. Thank you very much. And if you have any queries on this, please be in touch with Ella ma'am. She's also supportive. Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon. The energy is there? Oh. Okay, fine. If not, then you can have one more tea. Okay, just quick thing. Just going to tell something what Empower Minds can do for you. Okay, there are various services which you can connect with Empower Minds and make the difference from anyone else, because we add value. Okay, just quickly tell about the services and who are interested. I wanted all the schools who's here to be just collect this paper and tick whatever that you are interested. Otherwise, you just put your number and thing, and we will be connecting with you to be understand and add a value. And quickly run through. We provide a technology empowered subject matter skill training program. This is for whom? For the teachers. as we are talking about move to a technology, adapt, coming to use different things, if your teachers are not equipped to do that, it's very difficult, right? So that's why the technology empowerment training is for the teachers. And Empower Minds Robotics, STEMS, AI, IoT, and drone engineering labs. And if you enroll with us, you will be getting a call, and we will also do a free demo to understand how the service is all about. So it's not that you are buying a service and we are not selling it anything here. We are creating an awareness. Once you like it, then we will get into it. Okay. Next, very interesting thing. You will be receiving a card like this. I would request a couple of students to just distribute this to the group. What is this card? Adventure Tools and Experiential Learning, live, online, and also in offline mode. It's going to be happened recently in the near future. You know which place it is? It's in South Korea. Okay. So if any of your kids want to have a live view of South Korea and to have know about South Korea better, we can do this. What are the services you are like it? Just put it, drop into a box, and we will be connect with you. And then the next one is consulting services for the schools and recruitment. Your school need to be recruitment any talents as a teacher, the admin, the principal, or further beyond that up to an VP. You can connect with us, and we will do that through a G Talent Pro platform, and it's completely a recruiting platform. And for all of this, all you need to do is connect with an Empower Minds. Next one is, any schools want to build a websites and you want to do any kind of app development, we will help you to do that. Another one, you want to do any kind of a marketing for admissions and drives, you can connect with us and we will do end to end of that. And end of the day, like last but not the least, the ERP solutions, which every school's needed. You might be using it something, but you are all using an offline mode of installing the software to a system. But when you get out of the school, it's very difficult to access. We provide a SaaS base, so wherever you are, you can access it simply, and mainly that you can access through the mobile. Next is school financing and fee financing. So a lot of schools during the pandemic not able to collect the fees, where they are in big trouble. So we will help you out doing in a better way, as your investment comes to you, and then you can run your school, and then the payments will be automatically happen, where you don't have any headache of collecting enough fees. And also the better option for the parents, because they can pay that in a multiple options rather than just the 2 terms what you pay here. Okay, this is the different services, and this is the papers you would have been got it. Just fill this your name, and we will be connect with you. This is a live tour, online live tour for South Korea, and we will be doing a similar for many other places in world. Okay, thank you very much. And anything else to be added? Yes, digital content. Yes, very importantly, you will be see something called as a technology and software. You just click as. So what is that option you have? You would have been seen about dinos, like you have a dynamic contents, and you would have seen Shant is talking about an interactive boards. If your school is not implemented interactive boards, you are missing out something. I would say it's not about a kind of investment which you are doing it, but you are creating a value. So keep that in mind and just explore the option of getting things. And as we spoken about the dynamic contents, you definitely need to be explored. Don't resist yourself on exploring first, then is the next thing all about, right? So anything else? Anything else you want to know?
No, we are waiting for you to fill in the forms, and if we need extra forms, girls, I think so you'll have to get it, photocopied and give to the school owners and the principals.
We also do an offline adventure trips. Due to a pandemic we are stopped, but yes, going forward we will announce you like what we'll be doing, but for now it's an online.
Also, we visit official tour partners. We take them to NASA and other places.
Yes, I think how many of you seen a NASA? Anyone seen a NASA, or anybody's dream to go to NASA? In here, anybody want to go to NASA? I want to know. Yes, excellent. Okay. Do you see there is opportunity for you to go to NASA at this time? Due to various commitment and other things, we maybe just keep that aside, right? But you have opportunity to visit NASA and talk to the scientists in NASA. It's not just visiting. You can just switch on your YouTube and then watch a NASA, it's done, right? But what we do, it's not just the live, it's not just the video, right? We do on a live and where you will be interacting with a scientist in the NASA. That's very important. And there are a lot of schools who can able to be funded to go to NASA offline. Yes, they can go for, who not afford to go for it. We don't need to be restrict them, say that they won't get the knowledge, we want to be spread it, so we'll do it online.
It's a tour without visa.
Yeah, tour without visa, and you don't need to be worried about the pandemic, new rules, which country to go, which country not to go. Like you can go anywhere in the world because we have a staffs across world who can bring their everything live to you and feel it. Thank you very much. And yeah, probably like you're feeling bored, like will be some music played, and just for recap, we are talking about the tradition and the new. You all know what need to be implemented. Just come with an open mindset, start exploring. We'll just play a video, just watch it across. Yeah, thank you.